Hi, I'm Z, your hot pink priestess, guiding you through all things brujeria, healing, and cosmic chaos.
And I'm Meg. I know nothing about spirituality, but I'm here to ask every single question anyway.
This is Black Girl Magic meets White Girl Questions,
where two sparkly worlds collide and the universe gets loud.
I do have to say right now, because it is January, there's a lot of weird shit happening in the collective.
Welcome, everybody, to the weird shit.
Welcome to the fun house. I wanted to share that because I wanted to know if you have been experiencing any of the feelings that the collective has been feeling, our emotional ones.
Me? No. Zero things.
And what did you experience on the full moon? Anything?
Zero things.
Okay, great.
I am more, so since starting the podcast, I am more, present for welcoming things that I could feel. It's just nothing's come. Like before, I'd just be like, well, this is stupid. The full moon's fake. And then I just, not fake like I saw it, but
yeah, it's
right?
definitely
Like,
there.
I'm like, I think it's just like an urban legend. And now I like am more open to like, okay, I'm gonna see if things feel different or if something happens that maybe I'm manifesting. But nothing's happened. But I am more open to it, which is great.
Yeah, like you're being more embodied with it. Like you're like,
Sure.
I'm gonna consciously try and receive something that I don't know what I'm receiving.
And I like don't know what to do, so I like stick my boobs out and I'm like open my chest and I was like, is it now? Nothing.
like, what's the neighbor doing? Oh, she's checking for the moon energy. You're like an ostrich.
I have very neurodivergent neighbors. They've been there forever, and the whole family. There's like 9 kids, and the mom was, and so I think they people would call them weird, quirky, or different, which I always hear when people describe neurodivergent people,
Yeah.
and I think they're like not as weird, quirky, and different as that comes across. She just keeps standing out on her deck and looking at the moon and sticking out her. Look, I have a
Puffing her
sweatshirt on.
chest.
They're not out. I'm like, I have a sweatshirt on. Jeez.
You're like, I'm open. I'm open. You know what's gonna be funny is what if one day you went out there and you actually felt something?
Then I would call you immediately.
I know, but isn't that gonna be weird? The one day you're gonna go outside and you're gonna feel something, even if it's a little tickle.
Do you know that I feel like that will never happen? I know
Yeah,
that you
I
don't want to
know.
hear that, but I feel like, okay, we'll try. But
No, but you know what's funny is that like you can literally not feel it because you believe that it's never gonna happen,
I know,
right?
I know.
Because that's the truth of everything. So I'm going to convince you in other ways, like through spiritual talks, like whatever questions you have, I will answer them. But I know you're probably not going to feel it.
No, and I don't even know what questions to ask spiritually.
What?
I don't even know. Like, if you were like, ask me a question, I'd be like,
The,
no, I can't just, I can have them here because it's back and forth. But if you were like, what
just
sort of
out of the
spiritual
blue.
questions do you have? And we hadn't had a conversation. I'm like,
Okay.
I wouldn't
You
know
would
how
just,
to like start one, really.
well, because it's, I feel like you should always have like one question in your back pocket.
I don't.
You could start with what is spirituality or something.
Well, but I don't have that question because we've talked about it already.
Oh,
That's
okay.
right. Remember, because right, I was on. I think people probably know this, but I was on Z's podcast, and she asked if I was spiritual, and I confused that with religious, and I was like, no, probably not. And she's like, I think you'll still be a good fit. I was like, oh gosh, I think you're gonna be kicked off.
I know it's totally fine. Well, I always want to know because sometimes people go on there and then I start talking about spirituality and they get like really fucking freaked out. And I'm
No,
like, no, it's no big deal. My audience is a mix of everybody. I'm just curious as to who you are.
no, I'm not. I wouldn't be freaked out or mad about it. I just didn't want to like I mean, everybody, I feel like on social media, like this podcast has to fit a niche and my
Oh yeah.
Instagram has to fit a niche. And like, if I didn't fit in it and messed up your numbers, I don't want you to be mad. For me, that doesn't, right? For me, when I do the giveaways, right on my
Yeah.
page, we do them together now. But because you're shadow ban on Instagram, it doesn't have the same reach. So people are like, is
Yeah.
that a good idea? And I was like, yeah, because I love Z. I'm picking her over
Oh.
the stupid algorithm.
Oh, I appreciate it. I'm working so hard to get out of the shadow ban. I literally will get over it, I swear.
And
One
it's a
day.
shadow ban because she is helping give voice to the voiceless, really.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's like, okay, well, she can be shadow banned, but it's not because she like stripped naked and did a little
No,
dance on her Instagram. It's she's
no. Because
helping.
I started the Savage Press, I reported some things, and then they didn't like it.
No, right, right, right.
And
I
so
thought I
now
would
I
be
have to
shadow banned
smile.
the other day because I went into the grocery store and I'm like currently watching a cashier transition from biologically right born male into
Yeah.
female and always sad and sullen and
Mm.
I saw her like giggle and be happy the other day and I was like, oh my gosh, like maybe she's come out on the other side and it's not so hard anymore and I've and then I went in the parking lot and I was like, oh, this is so exciting, I want to tell everybody. And then I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be shadow banned because of the stuff that's going around with
Yeah.
transgender and but not shadow banned yet.
Yay. Yeah, it was like way easier than I thought it was going to be. But I was like every day for like 2 months posting things. And then
Yeah.
eventually it was like I saw a string of all my posts just say zero. And they were like, hey, Z, are you posting anymore? I was like, yep. Like you just,
Yep.
yeah, I'm definitely
Nobody's looking at it.
there. You just
Yeah.
can't see me. Make sure you follow me on other platforms. I'll just sit and
And
be.
which is terrible because, like, when I have a limited reach because I'm loud about something, or you have a limited reach because you're loud about something, it's the things we're loud about count and they matter, and
Yeah,
people need to know about them, and they're always cemented in love and surrounded by compassion and
yeah.
empathy and caring. And then it's like, then the world can't see it, and you're like, but I'm doing good things over here.
Exactly. Megaphone. But I will say, I think the giveaways are actually helping me come out of the shadow ban
Oh, yay.
because my coach and I have been looking at the analytics, and even though they still pause a lot of my posts and like lock them away for a little bit and then decide if they're gonna hit any sort of baby algorithm,
Yeah. Easy one.
yeah, baby, literally, it's so dumb, like daycare. I think it's working because
Hey.
it's helping. Yeah. So thank
Well,
you.
because it's
Thank you for
good
believing.
stuff.
Thank you. I appreciate it. So we're gonna dig our way out. I'm gonna dig my way out.
Yeah. And I'm gonna be there and pull you out. I mean, you have to, I'll pull you out of your shadow band because you're gonna pull me into the other realm when I die.
Yeah,
So my
yeah.
soul isn't lost in space.
It's a great exchange. You pull
Yeah.
me out, I pull you out.
Yeah. You're gonna be live, I'll be dead, but that's fine.
Yeah, I think it worked. Started with meta. It's fine.
Okay. Okay, so this is what we're talking about. I'm gonna talk about I have a big list. We're gonna go as far as we can.
Okay.
So let's start with I mean, I think everybody's probably here because I told this amazing chairlift story.
Yeah,
Got on the chairlift
exactly.
skiing, and it was Brennan and I, and someone said, can I come along with you, right? Because there 4 people could fit, so she was the third, and we were talking, and she it ended up that she owns the trailer park 3 streets from my house, and we've met her before, but you can't tell, right? Because they have goggles and helmets, and I was like, and Brennan said, you probably manifested that. And I said, you know what happened? And then I left everybody at a cliffhanger. You know what happened?
What happened?
Nothing.
What?
I knew you were going to be so mad.
Did the story just end?
Yeah, that nothing happened.
What did you expect to happen?
I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, why? So then I thought, well, I guess maybe this is what happened. I thought, like, okay, so I manifested
Like,
this relationship with this lady, but like, is that as far as it goes? Because
no.
nothing happened. I didn't. So like sometimes you just manifest stuff to make you like, well, that was cool. Can you manifest stuff just to like do that?
Yeah, I mean, you can manifest things coming towards you. Like because you're thinking about someone or you're like wanting to talk to them or your energy's kind of flowing that way, you'll like find each other. But it doesn't mean something like odd is going to happen. It's not like they're going to show up and be like, "Oh, Meg, I have a bag of gold for you." And
Well,
you're
so,
like,
so I
"This is
really
the
wanted
best
her to
fucking
have the bag of
manifestation."
gold.
Yeah,
Wanted that.
you're like this is the best fucking manifestation. No, like it that's you can manifest little things, big things, medium things, run-ins with people. Like it's all just energy.
Yeah, so when remember I said I before you taught me about manifestation and as I continue to learn, I just thought I knew the social media version is that you
Yeah.
want something so you think really hard about it and then it happens. So when I was like and you said I'm good at it, so I've seen things and I'm like, well, that was weird that that lady's on the chairlift. I was like, oh, if I had
Yeah.
that thought, it was a manifestation. I'm like, but nothing happened. I just met her. My life's not better because I met her. I guess I did go on social media and talk about it. I told you about it. I left everybody on a cliffhanger and I said, Baba, you know what happened? And he goes, Mommy, are you going to say nothing? And I said, Yeah, I am. And he goes, he's going to be so mad at you.
No, it's so funny though, but like what the happened was that you ended up manifesting them. And what I always tell people is it depends on how you interact with then that manifestation.
Yeah, see, I don't know. See, so then I don't know what to do because I was like, and I'm going to say this and you're going to probably be mad at me again. But like, that was like,
Why,
if I
why do people
manifested
think
that,
I'm gonna be mad? I'm not
it
mad.
was like worthless. I was like, well, I should have saved that for like someone who had a bag of gold.
Do you think you're gonna run out of manifestations?
I think I do.
Let's unravel this one. What was that about? And the worthless. Whoa.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
back.
like, but
Explain
why?
that.
It can't just be a chance encounter that that
Okay,
lady is
we've
there and
spent too much time apart. I mean, it could it be? Yes, because factually, you're
that
not
could
going to
happen.
be able to, yeah, like it could totally happen. But when it's so aligned and the fact that your life has been this way and now you're just noticing it, it's
Yeah.
likely not.
Yeah, and I guess I did. I wanted like, and she's like, okay, see ya. We did see her the rest of the day. She got off and skied away, and I was just like the whole way down. Brennan always skis way far in front of me, and I'm skiing, and I'm like, right, we're on like a
Far
easy
away
one, so I
from
don't
me.
have to like really concentrate on not killing myself. And I was just like, so what does that mean? Z would say I manifested that, and I,
I mean, it's things don't always have to mean something.
yeah. So the social media version is something happens or it has to mean something. So I was trying to figure out what sort of stuff came from this.
Yeah. Well, I feel like that's because people are constantly living in like a consumer-centric way of being.
Yeah, they want
So
the
they're
manifestation to be to their benefit.
right, to their benefit and some sort of external validation for something rather. But really in spirituality, it's like our journey or our purpose, air quotes, in life is to experience and to exist, right? Like, and
Yeah.
when you see these manifestations and you have these beautiful moments where it's like, oh my goodness, I manifested this, or I aligned with it, or our energies like found each other again. It's like
Yeah.
how beautiful I get to share in this moment. And if you say, like, maybe you asked a specific question and then you met the right person, then that would likely have some sort of meaning because it's going to lead you someplace
Mm.
else.
Right, right,
But
right.
then, like, sometimes it'll depend on whether or not you actually ask them questions and things like that. But I mean, obviously, the moment is gone, but that's when you could assign it as meaning. But most of the time, like for my teacher who like has a lot of Himalayan practices, it's just the universe telling you that you are aligned, like you are on your path, you are moving, your energy is moving. And so it's more like a confirmation and less so of
Mhm.
like, oh, I
That's
manifested
gonna
this.
happen.
That means there's gold over there.
I like the gold ones better. And I think that Brennan and I talked about that. So we had like a lot to talk about on the next chairlift. I
I
had
love these
a
chairs.
post and I stress about having and staying in my niche for the posts and right. So I like a lot of things came of it. I had a great story. I love to tell stories. So I was like, so things came of it. It's just that like in my head, I wanted something to big to happen. Like I can't wait to tell
Mm.
Z this story because something happened.
Ah, why?
Well, because that's what I thought I thought it was supposed to be a thing.
Do you still feel that way, you think?
I don't know, I have to think more about it. Manifestation's hard for me because things come up and I still think, well, hey, lucky, that was lucky. And then I was like, oh, that's the manifestation, but I don't
Yeah.
understand why it doesn't, what happens. And this one threw me for a loop because I was like, I'm sure that's a manifestation. I don't know why. I
I
need to
mean,
meet
it
that
could be
lady.
like you know how with the tarot reading you were talking about going to like the next level or whatever the conversation was.
Yeah, yeah, with
Like if
finances, yeah.
you were carrying that intention with you subconsciously, which you are, it
Hmm.
could just mean like, oh, I'm in alignment and the universe is actually helping me.
Okay, I love that.
Yeah,
And, and
like I'm supported.
and Mary Ellen had to be there to tell me.
Yeah, like sometimes like if when you're in the spiritual realm and you're manifesting or you're like consciously manifesting,
Hmm.
sometimes people get worried about like, am I doing the right thing? Am I blah 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 blah? And so then the universe will come and like align things to show you how much you're aligned.
And see, so I don't ask myself those questions because I have drunk squirrels that live in my brain. So when the manifestations now sort of hit me, and I'm like, oh, look at that! But I don't like take, I don't like feel my body. I don't like think about or sit with my thoughts. I don't do that a lot when I drive because I
Yeah.
drive a lot when I shower, I guess. Of course, before I go to sleep because I'm perimenopausal and that's stupid. Um, but I don't like I just kind of go through my day in like this sort of whimsically positive spacey funness.
Yeah, I feel like that's fine. But I feel like, you know, depending on how long you've been doing your spiritual practices, some people are more
1 month.
embodied than yeah, yeah. Well, like some you become more and more embodied or aware of your physical
Mm,
body because it's the only way to really deepen your spiritual practice. Like you could sure look at the world around you from like a very like mind focused way, or you can look
mm.
at it from an energetic way, but the only way to do that is sit in meditation, do your somatic work, like
Oh.
do deep breathing, that sort of thing, so you can actually heal and move things around. And then in those moments, you'll be able to sense and like get more information coming through. But I mean, the way you go through, like you said, it's really been a month. So like this is all new, but you would have to like consciously sit there and decide if you wanted to do that.
And deep breathing, a lot of kids I work with and myself that doesn't I don't.
Yeah.
I've done a lot of things. I've done yoga, I've done a lot of things with deep breathing and they're like, "You feel better?" Nope.
Do you exercise?
Not currently, but I mean I was an athlete my whole life.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But
But
I'm
I
just
never
curious.
did deep breathing as part of it. I hate the deep breathing part of yoga. I try to deep breathe if I'm stressed or if I try to feel better or if I have a headache. None of it, the deep breathing. So I think it's like the full moon thing. Deep breathing doesn't work for me. I'm doing that in quotation marks for those who can't see.
Yeah.
Doesn't work for me because I'm like, I feel the same than before I was deep breathing.
Ah, what works for you?
The F word?
Oh, okay. Like what? Because everybody's so different. Like
Yeah, yeah, I
everybody's
don't. I try. I'm like, and I'm bad at meditation. I mean, I'll get there. I'll get there probably. Okay, let's go to the next one because I have a whole
okay.
list.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh
so
no.
December 29th is Moon Day. I don't know what that means. There isn't every day. There's a moon every day.
Yeah, there is a moon every day. Different days have different meanings depending on the astrological calendar, but moon
I
day
don't know
can
about
also mean Monday.
Was to the December 29th Monday? I'm looking now.
I know I don't remember. Yeah, you
Hold
can
on.
look.
Oh, if I could see. It
Do you
is
there's
a Monday.
yeah, so every day I was like
Wow,
every
you're a
day of
genius.
every day of the week has a different planet associated with it. So like I can't remember all of them, but like Monday is Moon Day, Wednesday is Mercury, Thursday is Jupiter. I can't remember all the rest of them. Uh,
Jupiter's also in charge of your job and money. Oh, look at me remembering that.
wow, what the
What?
frick? Yeah, no, every day is a different day. And Saturday, if Friday or Saturday is Venus. I always have to look. I never remember. But that's why it's Moon Day, Luna, Loon, and also in languages, you know, it'll be like Lun or
Hmm.
Lune. Yeah. So it's Moon Day, the day of the
Okay.
moon. That
So
one was an easy one.
so yesterday was Moon Day. It's just
Yeah.
that okay. Great.
Yeah.
So you told me that January 11th, which was 2 days ago, was the
Yeah.
111 portal
Yeah.
and it opened and sometimes your energy just does that and you told me to write stuff down to and
Yeah.
burn it and I was like, well, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
But let go of the things. So my question here is because I keep thinking about it, somebody somewhere has to be the like Pumbaa guru master of the portals. Because how do you know 111 is a portal? Who told you? How do you know? Everybody in the spiritual realm has to know. Somebody had to set it, put on the calendar. What happened?
Yeah. I mean, lots of cultures have different calendars. And so they celebrate different dates and things like that. So it depends on the culture that you're like. I want to give you one answer, but it just depends. So my practice, I have a lot of Himalayan practices and
Mm.
like a lot of Eastern medicine. So we celebrate it a little bit differently. So 111 is also the divine number. And then we have like the regular calendar, which is January to December. And then we have the other calendar that most cultures actually go by. And that's why we're still in the year of the snake, like the Chinese zodiac calendar. And then
Oh,
it
I
goes
have one.
fire horse.
Yep, I have a post for Chinese New Year. And I knew it. I was like, oh, I'm gonna post it. And I was like, oh no. I think Z said it's not, it's in February. Some it's like February 17th or 19th. And I was like, so I made it because I'm all ready because like January 2nd I have to post
Yay!
it. And then I was like, oh, is that the
It's the
same?
wrong day. Yeah.
People would have been like, Meg, you're a month and a half early. Simmer down.
Look, we could talk about this in the podcast.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
like,
But it's
so
just, I mean, most numbers that repeat like that for you is like a good rule of thumb as a portal.
will there be a 2 2 2 one?
Yep.
And nope, there can't be a 3 3 3 one. I remember I did not realize how significant this was, but when I taught kindergarten, and I'm sure you had a party, when I taught kindergarten, there's one time ever in history where it is one 1 hour, like 1:11 in the afternoon, 1 minute
Oh, yeah.
and on January 11th, and so it was one, and I was like, oh, that's cool, and I was like, that's gonna be fun next month, and I was like, oh, it doesn't happen again ever. And I was like, I
No.
probably should have paid again. It's because I kind of like whimsically and spacey. And I was like, oh, someone's like, we're having a party. I'm like, a 1 1 1 1 party?
It's like a big deal.
And it was a huge deal. And I could not figure out. I was like, big deal. Okay.
I mean, you're just not attached to it, to those meanings. I feel like some people are and some people are not. I love that kind of stuff. I didn't have a party. I actually, so on 111, the kind of, oh, okay, let me rewind. So with portals in general, you basically receive what you sow. So if anybody's having a hard fucking time on a portal, it's because they haven't like done their healing work enough. And so the portal is gonna like magnify anything that's there. So
Oh,
if you're like high frequency, really, really happy, you're probably gonna feel a lot of manifestations or like things come through or be like, oh my gosh, like you say, this is so lucky. But I
yeah.
had like a group of clients who were really fucking struggling, like really
Oh.
struggling. Then the other group of clients who were like, no, I cut all this shit. And they're like, I'm having a great day. But the portal like magnifies it. And then depending on where the planets are in the sky, will also like send more energy during that time.
And know that you told me. So I was like, how does the who? I asked you this off the podcast. Who opened the portal? And you said, like, I picture it just being like when you go to the bank and it's that
Beep,
big
boop, boop,
vault,
beep, beep.
and you have to like get the code right and open it, or like my locker in high school with the combination.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, who opened it? And you were like, your energy does. So I was like, I don't understand that answer. So I like kind of like again walking around with my chest out, kind of like, ow,
Be-doo.
because I want to feel it. I want to be like, got it. Oh my gosh, I did. I don't
We
know.
like it's we would need to spend some time together connecting your mind, body, and spirit. Right now, you've got your mind and you've got your body. Your spirit is off, I don't know,
Well,
in
it's
a can of
sparkly.
tuna.
My
It's
spirit is
like
sparkly.
It's in a can of tuna, and we need to unlock it, open it, and put it in your body and
Does
mix
it
it
have
with
to
your
be
brain.
like tuna? There's only two things, Z, that smell like tuna. And I don't want to.
Okay, you can be a can of beans. It doesn't matter, but we
Oh,
have to
that
put your
smells like farts. Okay, can I just be a can of unicorns?
jelly beans.
Okay, jelly beans. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, we have to mix it in your jelly beans. But like that's where the deep meditation, I know you're gonna hate this, but like breath work does help.
And maybe it's because I have done enough learning in how to help kids calm down. I do understand that there is a physiological
Yeah.
regulation that happens.
Yeah.
I think it's like the full moon. I can't feel it. I was like, I have read it. And I'm like, I think that article's bullshit because none of it works for me. So I'm
Yeah.
like, and I just can't. And again, it's because I'm not doing it right, I'm sure, and because I'm being too fast and I'm not being thoughtful enough. And I know those things, but then when I try to be thoughtful, it's just that I just I think I just hold
Because
myself different. And I'm
but
like,
it's not a thought thing. That's why you're having trouble. You can't like think yourself into feeling the energy. That's why you have to
but
do
I've tried
things.
really hard to do that.
You have to do things where energy can flow. So like yoga and breath work all go together, right? Because when you're breathing, that's also you're sending energy out.
I used to
So
do a lot of yoga and I still didn't feel any of it.
you know what, Meg? I feel like I just need to spend a whole week with you or
Oh my
something.
gosh, that'd be amazing. Let's do it.
Because I'm like, I need to get to the bottom of this and I need to know what you're doing. And I have a clipboard and paper. Like, I need to figure out what
I'm
is
taking
going.
notes on you.
I don't know. I'm gonna watch you for like a whole week and just be like a fly on the wall.
And you know what's funny is that if you didn't know me in person, you'd be like, I think she's lying and she's kind of miserable because none of this stuff works. So she must be like a sad person. And I'm like the opposite.
Yeah.
But
But you have this state of mind and the energy that people try to achieve. You just don't have the energy connection.
no, right.
Like people spend so much money trying to achieve the happiness and peace that you have, but they just go the opposite direction.
Yeah. And I don't. And then I kind of feel like I'm cheating. Right.
No, you're not cheating. You have the skills
Yeah. But I don't know how to channel them to do any
to
of the
do what? To do what?
to do the spiritual energy stuff, doesn't it? Okay, what's my next one? Oh, this one I was gonna ask you, and then I was like, oh, I'll ask her on the podcast. So in on social media, January 1st, everybody picked a word of the year. And my word of the year is I don't have one. But other people have picked all sorts of words of the year, and then they follow the year according to that word. And I'm gonna forget the word next week, and I'd be like, Z, what word
Yeah.
did I say? And then you
Yeah.
write down in your journaling, like, do you have a word? Because I don't, again, I don't, I'm not going to live my life to a word, and I'm going to be a wise ass when I pick the word. You know I am. It's going to
You're
be
like,
like
I picked
Sparklepuss or
You're like, I picked
emoji or
cashew.
something. Yeah.
That's all I No, I did not pick a word. I think at one time I'm answering journal questions and I had like, oh, this is what I want to feel
Mm.
like this year. I don't even remember what I put though, because brain still like,
Yeah.
yeah, I
Oh,
don't do
yeah.
that. But I didn't like pick a word because my life is constantly changing. So I don't pick a word. I
Yeah.
don't
Okay.
know.
Great. I thought for sure you were going to pick a word. If I had to
No.
bet on it, I'd be like, Z has a word, and she
Wait,
has one for next year too.
why?
I don't know because I felt like it seems like the people who pick the word are spiritual and and they have this like life purpose and they seem so organized and orderly and they're gonna like, and I'm just like,
Is
I'm not
is
gonna
that how
remember
you
the
see
word.
me?
Yeah.
What? No, I'm like so different than most spiritual people. Even if I present in certain ways of being really spiritual and like I am disciplined in certain aspects with my spirituality, mostly because I don't like cultural appropriation. I believe in
Yeah.
spiritual activism, but the way that people practice, like my way is I don't give a shit if you pick a word. Like if you can't do the work, you can't heal, like you're not moving your business forward if that's something that you want. Who gives a fuck about the word? It doesn't matter. Like
Yeah, right.
I'm that person. And so I'm usually the unicorn in the spiritual space of like that doesn't matter your crystal. It doesn't matter because you're still mean. It's like
Yeah,
be happy.
I have a hard time with crystals too because I'm like, isn't it just like a shiny rock? And
Yeah.
I don't know. And I've had people like rub it on themselves, and I'm like,
Yeah.
give me that. I rub it and I'm like, that, nope.
But that takes understanding, right? Like I know that if I gave you a crystal, it's jack crap to you because I
I'll
know
try,
you.
but I tried. Like all the things we talk about, I do leave here and try. And you know, because we talk to
Yeah.
each other every day, I try and I'm like, the crystals don't work. But in my whole life, like, do this, this will work. If you take this, it'll work. If you're gonna, n none of it, I say none. I'm sure some of it's worked. I can't think of anything that none of it's
Yeah.
worked.
Yeah. But that's, I mean, it wasn't, yeah. You know what I mean? Like you got to know your audience.
Yeah, right, right. If I was like, see, I'm having a really hard day, and you'd be like, you know that crystal I sent you, rub it on your forehead. I'd be like,
Yeah.
you
I'd
know
be like,
what? I
stick it up your
still
nose.
love you, but I'm mad at you currently.
Yeah. It's not helpful. No, I know. I'm not that type of person. I want you to get that out of your head of me. That's not me.
No, I don't think you would ever. If you send me a crystal, I'd be like, did you peel it off a unicorn? Like there'd be
Or
a reason
I would
you
get
sent
you
me a
a
crystal.
crystal unicorn, like
Oh,
a
yes. Yep.
yeah.
Oh, wait. Oh no, that's not a crystal. Just kidding. It's nothing. Never mind. Okay. Next one is candle work. I don't know
Ah,
what that
yes.
is.
That's a loaded one. So basically, it's divination, meaning you can work with the spiritual realm through earthly things. One of them is a candle. It's across many cultures. It's actually hilarious because they also use it in church, and then they say it's like anything outside of the church is witchcraft, even though they fucking like candles. But
Yeah. I
you
was
can
like, I've
use
lit candles in church.
yeah. So you can use candles as like petition. They're like almost like the lighthouse of the spiritual realm. So
Okay, so wait, I have a question about the candles before you keep going. Is
yeah.
it like the sage where you could get it at like Yankee
Yeah.
Candle?
You can use any candle you want
Okay,
because rule number one about candle working or any spiritual tools, you always cleanse and clear your tools before you use them.
sure I do. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. So you have to use some sort of like Florida water or smoke cleansing,
Say
anything
Florida
that's high
water?
frequency. Yeah, Florida water.
Like
It's a
water from
spiritual water.
Florida? That can't be what that means.
No, you should write that down.
Wait, Florida? Do I spell Florida like Florida?
Yeah. Agua de Florida. Yes,
Because
write it.
I've been to Florida and I don't want to drink that water, baby.
Oh my gosh, if you went down there and asked Florida where Florida water is, I think that would be the funniest thing ever.
Ever.
You might
I
end up
am
in a
going in
botanic.
April. I'm
I
gonna
think you
ask.
should. And if people are like, why are you like if you ask someone, a person of color, and you're like, can you show me where Florida water is? And then you can be like, this person told me to ask. I think it would be worth recording.
Okay, deal. That sounds
Yeah.
great. So candle work is if you do you okay, so is candle work like a tarot card thing where I'd be like, Z, I want to hire you to do candle work? And then
Yeah.
you could do that virtually or I have to be sitting on your lap. What's
You
happening?
don't have to be here for that. It's like a
No.
divination thing that if you wanted to you're so, I can't stop laughing. If you wanted to be here, you totally could. But usually, if you're going to get a candle working from someone, like for instance, myself, it's because I'm so heavily attached to the spiritual realm that when I do a candle working, it's going to be very different than if someone like you, a baby soul who doesn't know what they're doing,
No,
asks
no.
for help in the spiritual realm, or if someone like doesn't know how to work with deities and then they offend them, or if they work with ancestors and they offend them, like that
I
sort of
would
stuff.
probably offend because I don't know. And I'm really bad at lighting candles because I can never get the matches right. So it
Yeah.
would just be like, okay, we're gonna do candle work, and I'd be like, fucking and then
Yeah.
everybody's pissed by the time the candle has started, and I cleansed my tools, and it probably then I messed it up.
Yeah. And you can't have that type of frequency when you're doing it anyways. You'll fuck up the candle working.
Yeah, right? Okay, so if I ever change jobs, don't be a candle worker. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, just call Z.
Yeah, I'm like
No, it's Santeria or Brujeria, root workers. That's what we're called.
root work. Okay, okay. So this will be the last thing. I have other ones, but we'll talk about them after. Okay, so when in my work, I hang out with a lot of kids, and
Yeah.
right around Christmas, everybody got sick with the flu and da da da, and everybody's like, "Oh, be careful!" And I was like, I don't get sick when
Hmm.
everybody gets sick. And I
Hmm.
thought, oh, it's because I'm a healthy person. I was like, oh, I bet that's a manifestation.
Yay. Actually, the way you consciously think affects your body. So it's a little bit of both. When you are high frequency, you're happier, you're less stressed out, but also you can tell yourself that you are something and also physiologically change your body, which
Yeah, because
is a
I'm not like,
manifestation.
I don't avoid it. I don't wear a mask. I don't wash my hands over and over and over and over and over
No.
again. I don't like do anything that like the people like the flu's going around, be careful. And I was like, I don't really be careful with what? Like,
Yeah.
don't lick the floors or don't.
No, it's because you're healthy and you're happy and your immune system is also high, but you're also positive, and so that also becomes your reality of like, I am happy, I am healthy, I don't get sick. I do the exact same thing and I don't get sick.
And I don't
I
get
was
sick. Yeah.
literally, yeah, I was thinking about this the other day because I went to bachata and there were a bunch of people who were there sick, and I was like, I'm not fucking getting sick, and I didn't.
And I didn't get, I've had COVID once and I
Yeah,
did
me
not
too.
get it for a really long time. And I went into all the houses and wore the masks. And I got it when I got back from like a few years ago when I got back from Vegas. And I was like, well, that's probably where COVID lives. Just because there's
Yeah,
so many people and it's all sorts of,
so many.
yeah, so much stuff there. Um, okay, I lied. I do have one more because I don't want to, I'm interested in it. So you
Okay.
had posted something, I think you had 10, oh, I watched it, 10 something, and you were saying when people, if you were waking up in the middle of the night at like 3 in the morning,
Ah,
it's,
yeah.
and I was like, wait, I was like, well, mine's perimenopause because my body is stupid right now.
Yeah.
And so what happens when you wake up at 3 in the morning? That's a thing? Not just like
Yeah.
uh, your REM sleep ran out or something?
No, it's a thing. It's a thing. Since you're coming into the spiritual realm anyways, it's considered a liminal time. So
Like
3
specifically
a.m.
3 in the morning?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, it's a thing. Like it's literally like a bunch of people who are in the spiritual realm, they will be consistently waking up at 3 a.m. And if we're gonna do any sort of like prayer, meditation, or speak to our ancestors, mirror work, 3 a.m. is like the time to do it. Some people say between 3 and 5 a.m. are like the best time to do your meditations because you're closest to the other realm and the veil is quite thin. So there's like a lot more activity, a lot of spirits. But yeah, if you're consistently waking up at 3 a.m., it's usually a spiritual thing. But I do get how, perimenopause and that sort of thing. But that's why I do generational healing. And so I help people heal their bodies so we can also see what's happening.
so my husband always wakes up. Sometimes he doesn't, but if he wakes up, it's around 3. So when you said that, I was like, wait, does my husband have like I have these special manifestation powers I don't know about? And I'm like, does he
Yeah,
have
maybe.
special thin veil things?
You could, I mean, a lot of people live their whole life like in the spiritual space and they just don't even know about it, obviously. So you could be more sensitive to it and not know it.
Right.
But now you know it.
But now I know it, and then since I've known it, he's like, "Oh man, I woke up at 3, and I was, I just am like, like,
You're like, who did you talk to?
well, and because like as much as I ask all these questions and don't really know much, and
Hmm.
I am, I put this in quotation marks, not a believer because it's not a believing sort of thing.
Yeah.
My husband and son are even farther away from
Oh,
understanding
completely.
it than me. So when he'd say get up at 3, I was like, "You should talk to Z," and I just giggle. He's like, "What are you laughing at?" I'm like, "Nothing, nothing."
Woke up at 3 a.m.
Yeah,
and
I
did
was like,
this.
"What's the date?"
Yeah, circle it. Now you need a clipboard. See? You have
Yeah.
something?
But just like keep notes.
Yeah.
Like I
Get
wonder
ready.
he doesn't really dream, and when I wonder if he wakes up at 3 and he's like, "Oh, it's anxiety." I just like wake up and then and I'm like, "Okay, so
I
what?"
mean, sometimes it does feel like a little anxious or like
Yeah.
a jolt or like a whatever. It's just sometimes it's extra energy that just comes flying in.
I mean, I have extra energy that comes flying in all the time.
I'm sure it flies out your butt too. Mm.
Have, those are called my spiritual farts. All right. Okay, I think I did that one. Oh, I did a whole
Okay, you
post-it.
got
I'm
him.
gonna throw it away. Um,
Yay!
yay! Oh, I'm gonna start the
The next
next
one. Okay.
with episode 57683. But I
I
don't
don't
know what
remember what
the
we're
next one
on.
is.
We
I don't
might
know.
be this. I think this is four.
Look at us. We could count to 4,
Four,
everybody.
cuatro. I know.
It's a good story, but it's going to take too long. And I think if we go too long,
Okay.
people are probably like, Actually, I love to listen to us in the car. I was here
Yeah.
the entire time and I know what was said.
Yeah.
I listen to it in my car on the way to school and it just makes me so happy. And I'm like, I probably shouldn't admit that. People are like, you're crazy. But I don't know. I think that the world needs more people who don't understand things, and then someone
Yeah.
who does understand it, and then someone who's open to hearing it. I just think that, at least in my neurodivergent community that I work with, I'm sure the one you work with, that would just be such a huge blessing for people
Yeah.
to like engage in and be like, okay, so I don't know any of this stuff. I met somebody who I love that knows it, and now I'm going to be open to it. Like, imagine
Yeah.
how wonderful it would be for kids and adults that are marginalized or having a hard time or need extra support
Yeah.
or think differently. If we could just have
Yeah.
humans that do that, would just be a wonderful thing.
I think it would be so amazing, like for everybody to just function that way. I'm just gonna be open and understanding,
Yeah.
right?
And then live your life a little bit differently because of it. Like every podcast, I live a little bit differently, and people probably are like, and maybe I never get to the point where I'm an adult soul, right? Because I still think I'm a first
Yeah, yeah,
timer.
sure.
Um,
Whatever.
but I do think about things differently now. And I was like, oh, imagine if someone just had talked to somebody. So probably, right, we've been on the
Yeah.
podcast. I bet it's probably been three out of the four episodes, it's probably been 3 hours. If someone talked to
Yeah.
somebody for 3 hours and it kind of shifted their thought patterns and the way you work with other humans,
Yeah.
oh,
Impact.
those 3 hour conversations would be magical.
I mean, well, everybody's with us for 9 years.
Imagine what it'll look like in 9 years. And I've also looked, right, because we're connected now, I have more spiritual people on my page just because of our giveaways and
Yeah.
that we share things. Um, and I'm listening and I can tell sometimes I go down a rabbit hole and sometimes I was like, I don't think you know. Right? Because I think the spiritual realm,
Yeah.
you could say a lot of words that
Oh, totally.
don't mean anything or they're offensive or whatever. And I can pick that up better now.
Yes, spiritual discernment. This is how
Oh,
we shatter appropriation in the spiritual realm. This is
woo.
why it's so amazing. And I'm a spiritual activist, and there's nobody out there who does that. So that makes me feel amazing. 9 years. You're gonna be a superhero. You
Oh,
are a
9 years. People could be like, I
superhero.
just don't want to say in 9 years I'm going to be 57.
Wow.
But
You're gonna
I'm
be fine
48
wine.
tomorrow. I'm 48 tomorrow, everybody, and that's
Happy early birthday.
whoa, and that's oldish.
No, it's not. It's just because some kid called you old. Now it's just stuck in your head.
And I did think someone's like, "What are you gonna do something for your 50th birthday?" I was like, "Well, now that you mentioned it, I'm gonna think about it. I have 2 years of planning, and it's gonna be amazing. I don't know what's gonna happen, but
Yeah, it has to be so fun, like a disco ball near Times Square party with dancing. I don't know,
yeah,
unicorns on
it has
stripper
to be
poles.
something."
You
Yep.
like vodka? Vodka has to sponsor it. Not vodka, a brand. I don't drink
Tito's.
anymore.
Tito's.
Okay. It's
Tito's.
like, I don't
Yeah.
drink. Whatever.
Yeah.
I know we're at time, so it's cool.
People have gone away already, probably. They're like,
Yeah, they're
oh,
gone.
you're a lot. Well, how many times do you say we're gonna get off now? And it's like a
Yeah,
15-minute goodbye.
yeah. I
Maybe
mean, it
that's what
always
we should call this instead of Black Girl Magic meets White Girl Questions.
a
15,
50-minute goodbye.
a 15
There's
minute goodbye.
about like one question and then 45 minutes of goodbye.
Pretty. That's what's happening. Okay. I love everybody for being here. And you can come back for my next story. It's a good one because I know I manifested the next one. I don't know why or how again, but I know that it's a manifestation.
I love it. Meg, you're awesome. Make sure
No,
you get
you're
it
awesome.
clipboard. And I am gonna keep an eye on you from here
Oh
on
God.
out. I'm gonna manifest a week of just observing you.
Oh God. Maybe don't yeah, okay.
We got this. We got this. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We will see you next week.
Bye.
Ciao.
Ciao.